I've had Muddy coming up for 10 days now, getting on really well. One of the main things that I've been doing with him that he wasn't used to at all is the lead training. He very much wanted to bite it and play with it in the beginning, but that's all very understandable. Everything's good fun, but with lots of treats, kind of as soon as he let go and I said leave, then I gave him a treat and he just got used to it, to be honest. And when he was off smelling other things, he just got used to it being attached to him and knowing that he couldn't go wherever he wanted to. But to be honest, he was always really good about being wherever I was, and if I called him back, he would come back. So with Muddy, and you'll see in the video, I've been feeding him by, it's basically a food dispensing toy that he has to move around with his paws, and at intervals bits of food will fall out. Especially for Labradors, he very much likes his food and would pretty much inhale it if I gave him half a chance. So this just, one, it uses his brain, and two, it gets him to eat a lot slower, so it's potentially keeping them a bit fuller for longer, which is always nicer for a puppy. At the moment he's being fed 4 times a day, and I tend to feed him with the food dispenser probably twice out of the 4, and then 2 out of the normal bowl. Sometimes he'll look at the food dispenser and then look at his bowl as if, well, you haven't fed me. So yeah, just to mix it up is always good, and also to keep back some of their kibble to do training. So because we've been doing the sit and stay and things like that, you can always just take a handful out and use that, and then you're not overfeeding them with treats as well. So yeah, that's always a good idea. So this is Muddy playing with Dexter, who is his new best friend. Dexter's a 16-week-old pup as well, so they're both quite young in age. Dexter's had both his vaccinations, and Muddy obviously had his first one last week, so we know that it's quite safe. They're in a controlled environment playing together. I always think it's quite good with puppies to get a toy involved, so that it's not just puppy on puppy, because sometimes it can get a bit rough and tumble. So they've been playing so nicely with the toy together, and they've been sort of meeting on a regular basis, probably once a day, which always helps. If you do have people that have dogs and you know that they've been vaccinated, then invite them over. They can come over and play, just obviously until they've had their second one. They can't really go outside and socialise with any dog until we absolutely know that they're covered with their vaccines.